So Enterprise Password Vault. It is nothing but EPV. So it is the core of the entire CyberArk solution. And we can call it a secure storage location for storing all the privileged account information. And it was secured using CyberArk's patented vaulting technology. So CyberArk has designed one vaulting technology, and they took the patent rights on that. So they secured that vault server using this vaulting technology. And it is not an average Windows server. So there are 7 layers of security around the digital vault. So first one is hierarchical encryption. So encryption hierarchy. Yesterday we saw vault contains saves and saves contains passwords. Okay, so CyberArk has designed this vault. Took the example of bank. So in bank we have lockers. So inside lockers we can keep some gold or silver. Or some bonds or money. So in the same way, we have vault. Inside vault we have saves. And inside saves privileged account information. Or confines. Okay, so whenever if you onboard any account into CyberArk, save that account will be having some file key. So automatically, CyberArk will provide one unique object key to that respective password. Okay, just understand this point. This will not asked by anyone, but for our knowledge sake I am explaining. Okay, and this file key is encrypted with save. And the save key is encrypted with server. So they have used AES-56 algorithm in background. And the save key is encrypted with recovery public key. Using RSA 2048 algorithm, and this save key we can decrypt using recovery private key. So this recovery private key will be available in the master CD. So vault contains saves and saves contains password objects. So every password object is having one file key. Whenever, if you onboard any account, so CyberArk itself will provide one unique object key. So that key is nothing but a file key. So this file key is encrypted with save E and save key is encrypted with server key. So this is the encryption hierarchy. So the algorithms, what they have used is AES-56 and RSA 2048. Next one is session encryption. This is also one of the layer. So session encryption means we have multiple interfaces for accessing the vault data. So first one is PrivateArk client and second one is password vault web access. Apart from these two, we have some other interfaces like PACLI and SDKs. So PACLI is nothing but PrivateArk command line interface and SDK software development kits. So all these interfaces will communicate to the vault on the port 1858. So here that encryption will occur in the client set. So after entering username and password in the PrivateArk client, it will encrypt and it will reach to the vault server. So in case if any hacker hacks this information in middle, they can't decrypt. So that kind of technology CyberArk has used. So that is nothing but a session encryption, and it is one of the security layer for the vault. And next one is authentication. So you know, right? So authentication is nothing but in case if you want to authenticate to any bank portal also, it will ask for username and password, and apart from that you will get one OTP. So, in the same way always, CyberArk recommend us to implement two-factor authentication. So two-factor authentication is nothing but user knows and user has. So user knows his username and password, and the user has one token generated device like this. Okay, so always CyberArk recommends two-factor authentication. So we need to implement two-factor authentication for logging into CyberArk portal. So it may be a ping ID, or it may be a radius, or it may be, sorry, I forget the other name, like Sam. Yeah, Sam. So we need to this one here. So we need to integrate authentication for two means. We need to implement two-factor authentication for logging into CyberArk portal. Next one is firewall. So for the vault server, all the ports will be closed and only one port, that is 1858, will be open. So, in case, if the firewall is down, there will not be any external communication allowed. Okay, so once you install the vault server, the existing firewalls, that Microsoft Firewall, will be taken over by the CyberArk, and they will rebrand it as a CyberArk hardened Windows firewall. Means they took control of that firewall, and they will apply some security measures on that, and they will close that firewall. They will disable all the ports, and they will open only 1858, and also they will restrict some of the GPOs also. And as a part of this hardening, they will disable all the services, and only 31 services in the vault server will be up and running. In that 31, 6 services related to the vault. Next one is segregation of duties. So segregation of duties is nothing but in case, if you log into the PVW portal as an end user, you will able to see only account step. And if you log into the PVW portal as an administrator, you can see all the tabs. Okay, and if you log into, you can see account step and monitoring tab and reports tab. Okay, so if you log into PVW portal as an end user, you will be able to see only account step. So if you log into the PVW portal as an administrator, means whenever, if you join any company, they will provide some administrator rights to this PVW portal, but not all the rights, but you will be able to see all these tabs. Okay, so like that we can do that segregation of duties. Next one is comprehensive monitoring. So we can do that live monitoring also, and we can download the recordings for the previous sessions also. Next one is tamper-proof auditability. So we can't edit any activity log of the CyberArk. Okay, so whatever activity you have performed in the CyberArk, that activity will be recorded in the activity log. We can't modify that log, so and these logs will be stored in the world server itself. Okay. So, for example, you have connected to this account Sybda user 1. And if you want to try to modify this log, you will not be able to do that. So here in the activity step we can see the activity logs, whatever activity performed on this account. Okay, and also you can download the report for a specific time frame and for specific activities also. So here, Password Manager changed the password and Administrator retrieved the password. So all these kinds of activity logs we can't modify. So that is nothing but a tamper-proof auditability. Okay, so these are all the 7 layers of security around the world.